What first interested me in information security was just a natural curiosity about computers from a young age. Now, back in those days, it was Commodore VIC-20s and beyond that, but I had always enjoyed computers. And then as I got a little bit older, joined the U.S. Air Force, an opportunity came up for me to kind of jump into a communications type industry where I learned about a lot of different communication systems, some hardwired, some wireless, satellite systems, and a number of other things in between. From there, as time progressed, got into the security side of things where learned a little bit about the offensive side. So how to hack, ultimately to learn how to defend against hackers trying to break into U.S. Air Force networks at that time. The role I'm currently in, I ended up kind of stumbling into it over the years. As I mentioned, I transformed from just general communications then into the security realm, was doing incident response for a number of years, and then an opportunity came for me to move. The U.S. Air Force moved me to a new location where I got to get a little bit deeper into the offensive side, and then from there ended up retiring from the Air Force. They hired me back then as a civilian employee a little bit later, where now I get to kind of dabble with all different realms of it. So offense, defense, and ultimately it's kind of led me into a realm where I'm developing training for others. And we've had some pretty good success with some of the things that we've developed and helping teach other people how to defend networks. According to me, what makes a great cybersecurity professional is someone that's passionate about it. You have to have a desire to continually dig deeper. You have to have a desire to continually learn. This field is never stagnant for more than minutes, honestly, or days at the most. But you have to be willing to take on some tough challenges. Not everyone always is going to have the answers, and you can seek out the answers, but sometimes you just have to figure it out. And you have to be able to succeed in this field, or to really reach the higher levels of this field. You have to be willing to dig deeper, to do the research, and be willing to fail at times as well. But also be willing to admit those failures or admit your own shortcomings to reach out for additional help. So the greatest achievement in my career so far really has been how I've gotten thrown into a little bit of a training development role over the years because of the other hands-on experience I've had. Through doing that, it's enabled me to put together a pretty lengthy course that has trained hundreds, if actually it's into the thousands of people at this point, on cybersecurity principles and how to employ offense or defensive capabilities and to better secure your environments. There have been, in the past, I've been able to be a part of a team where we've had to work some different APT style attacks where it was, their presence in the environment was pretty robust. And trying to hunt down and eradicate that presence from the network was a major challenge. The team didn't always work well together, so that added to the overall challenge, and that's one of the biggest lessons is always try to work together as a team with others, because if you're not, it makes things even worse and harder to work through. The thing that really brings the most satisfaction to me, although it's rewarding to be able to pass on knowledge to others, I do greatly enjoy that. I also enjoy digging in deeper myself to continually learn. Because if I'm going to pass on knowledge to others, I've got to be willing to continually dig deeper, to learn more, and ultimately ask for help too when I run into issues that I'm just not sure of how to approach the problem. The reason it's so important for people in this industry to continuously learn is because of the ever-changing nature of it, and that really no one is going to ever totally know every single aspect of this. So you have to be willing to admit those things that you don't know, continually dig deeper, seek out other resources for information, and take on the hard challenges as they're posed to you. The best advice I can give to an aspiring cybersecurity professional is to not turn down challenges as opposed to dig deep and continuously learn, continuously challenge yourself, and also to seek out a solid mentor in the field. Over the years, I've had a lot of mentors that have helped me progress, that have, corrected me when I have been wrong or when I've assumed certain things without truly digging into it. They've put me back on the right path by speaking truth to me, and that's always been helpful. So I would definitely encourage new people into this field to seek out that mentor that's not just going to whitewash things. They need to be willing to accept the truth. So what are the things I would like to have known before coming into this industry? It's tough. That is a really tough question because there's so many facets to it. One of the things I wish I'd been told before, early on in my career, would have been to learn how to code, whether it be actual hardcore programming or even just scripting in languages back then, like Perl, or more recently, Python really is a big one, PowerShell. To learn those basics and foundational skills very early in my career and to have kept up with them, to constantly challenge myself with developing scripts to do tasks that I have to do repetitively, because those skills are really becoming more and more crucial in InfoSec today. The ability to see a problem and then be able to script it out to deal with the overall volume of things that you're dealing with on a day-to-day basis.